one of the most hyped I've been for a fight, I reckon.
You record? All right, good. Started.
Yeah.
Good. You started for.
Yeah. Welcome to RBTV. Yeah, I reckon this is like, it felt like, I don't know, you know, back in the day when like Chuck Liddell was having a fight and that.
Yeah.
I got like hyped.
I think it's because Chandler's such a brawler and there's so many question marks over Paddy that.
He looks intense, doesn't he, when he's got his hair back?
Yeah.
He looks like proper hard like that, but then out of camp.
It just also looks like just like a really angry lesbian.
Yeah.
He's tall, isn't he, as well, for the... I know Chandler's quite short, but like... I don't know, when you like think about... You always think that they're not as physically...
In my head, I'm the same build as Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Just as jacked.
Yeah. In my head, I'm...
Yeah.
Pimblett, basically, yeah. But yeah, it was interesting to see.
I'd hate to fight Michael Chandler. I mean, I'd hate to fight any of them because I can't fight anyone, but he's like rapid, isn't he?
I feel like he's a nightmare around in the gym.
Oh, yeah,
definitely. Because he's never going to like spar light.
No.
Ever.
He's only got haymakers in him, hasn't he, really?
Yeah.
Did you watch him much was he in Bellator?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd seen him until he came out of the... Whoa,
I knew of him because he was like quite good at cutting promos and like talking shit,
right,
but
okay.
I never really watched any like...
What do you call that? Is that little soup? You know,
Superman punch, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never watched any Bellator really. It just fell off my radar.
Paddy's like definitely getting better at striking as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was the question. That like, is he going to get taken down by Chandler?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And how well does he deal with it? Because
Yeah.
like even like here, Chandler's got like the way he's got that arm wrapped is it's just a fucking pain in the
big
arse.
knee to the fucking ribs.
Yeah.
Not worse, man.
I heard someone talking the other day about how like they were like their whole game in Jiu Jitsu is to like trap one arm.
All right.
So they were like, once you've trapped one arm, they're like 75%.
Yeah.
And like you can't do so much without one arm. So they were like, I just try and trap one arm, and then like I heard that,
like
and then,
what he's doing here.
Yeah, basically. And then I watched this, and I was like, oh, he's literally like, because Paddy can't like build up to a base or like or anything.
But
But
little Chinese symbol on his shoulders. Sorry, tattoo artist coming out.
who? Or Michael Chandler?
Yeah, he's got a little. Is this something like one of the first things where 12 till 6 elbows illegal or something?
Yeah, just not to the back of the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm sure I saw someone mention that saying it felt good throwing some 12 till 6 elbows.
Yeah. It's
so is that quite a recent thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? How he stopped that takedown with his, temporarily hooking his foot. It's a good start for Chandler.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how like annoying he was in this round.
Yeah, I can't remember this at all, really. God, he's wide, isn't he? Look at the size of his back. He's like all back.
Yeah.
If you like cover his legs up, you'd think he was taller because of how wide his back is. You know what I mean? How tall is he?
He's like 5'8" or something, I think.
Taller than me, then. That makes me feel weird.
Is he? Nah, you're...
I reckon I'm 5'7", mate.
Right.
I don't know. Whoa, fucking hell. I like that about Paddy, though. He's always going for something, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, never like settling.
Stay there, yeah. Which you do see a lot. You see people like give up, don't you?
Yeah, I really didn't expect this fight to go this way, really.
Yeah, that Chinese symbol will mean like...
I reckon it says love.
I was going to say peace.
Yeah, it'll be something like that, won't it? The opposite.
Yeah.
I reckon that blessed is the most tattooed thing on MMA fighters.
Do you think? Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Why do we think that is though? That's the question.
Yeah.
I
find that quite weird because it's like...
How blessed are you to fight for a living?
Yeah.
Like, not very.
Andy loses a lot. So, if he was blessed, he'd like win more, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Or not have to fight. He'd just have to be a YouTuber or something.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't have to do anything. He's got quite an open stance, Paddy, hasn't he? Like, he's just got his hands, like...
Yeah, and he keeps his chin up high as well.
Yeah.
Which has been a criticism of him.
Do you reckon that's an accident, or is it like a lure on purpose?
I think he's just never put his chin... Like, he should just have his chin down, I think. And that was a thing coming to the issue. For Chandler would capitalise on it because he's like up like that, so you just get fucking...
Yeah, and Chandler loves like a fucking overhand right or like a big... You know, like a Roy Nelson punch.
A one bomb.
Whoa, that was a big fucking swing, wasn't it?
Interesting, he shot that knee there because he...
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what he does the damage with in the later rounds.
That must have been a planned thing, that mustn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, hard that. So you probably give that round to Chandler. I think when I first watched it, I was like, I'll give that round to Paddy because I'm unbelievably biased when I watch fights.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know too much about Michael Chandler, but he seems like, from what I've seen, he seems like he's an alright person outside of fighting, but then when he's fighting, he's like spitting on everyone and oil checking people and stuff.
Yeah. Shoves his hands in people's gloves and stuff.
And fish
like,
up Poirier or something.
Yeah.
To like
Yeah.
It's bad that, isn't it?
Beat the fuck out of him afterwards.
Because I didn't know, like... I was rooting for Paddy just because he's, like, English and that, but I didn't know, like, morally who I was, like, rooting for.
Yeah. I feel like Paddy's matured a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I reckon it'll be a good day when he just bins his hair off at last and just... He'll look fucking solid with his skin out.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever do it.
It is iconic, like, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm stupid.
That was good there, that he didn't grab the fence there.
Yeah, he, like, palms it, doesn't he? Yeah.
Because
it's so tempting, like...
I don't know how they do it, mate. Like, if you're about to get taken down, you're like, it's
if
right
you
there.
fall and something's there, your instinct is to grab it, isn't it? Like, it's weird.
We'll have to look into what that tattoo says. 'Cause I'm curious.
I feel like I've seen that symbol before as well, like,
same.
in tattoo shop walls.
He's fucking staunch, Michael Chandler, isn't he? Like, he's just all muscle.
He's like a stubby, like a beer. Like a BDR.
BDR. 250 for 12.
Yeah.
Do you still do that? Can you still get BDRs?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the youth of today are missing out. If you're 18 and you're drinking craft beer, then you need to fucking give your head a wobble.
Yeah, get back on the good stuff.
Go to Tesco and get some BDR. Or even if you're 25 on tour like we were, then...
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if they set out between rounds to Paddy there after that. You know, if they changed anything or if they just kind of expected that explosive.
Yeah, I mean, he won't have brought anything to the table that they didn't expect. Just have him be more wary of stuff in the takedowns, or at least reversing them, maybe.
So I've got an update on the Chinese or Mandarin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
Producer Tom had it work, by the way.
Yeah.
Quan Di Li, which is a Mandarin translation of his name, it was created in China during his time there, serving as
His name?
souvenir of that experience.
Oh, I don't like that.
Credit to New York Times.
What's his name? So he's got his own name and...
Yeah.
It's a weird one, that, isn't it? Oh, that head kick was good.
Just in case he forgets it, he can read his own name in Mandarin.
It's weird when people get their own name tattooed on them in English.
Yeah. When I was 16, I nearly got Robinson across my shoulders. It was going to be my first tattoo. I'm really glad I didn't do that. In English Gothic.
Yeah.
Classic.
When I was 17 or 18, I think he handles this like dead funnily just because he's like a scouser. He's like, lad.
Yeah.
Nuts. Lad.
I went to do scousing, in my head it was very Jamaican, so I cut it off. I cut it off real early there. Oh yeah, he put a beamed in one there, didn't he? Do you reckon that was on purpose?
No, because they were both just throwing.
Yeah.
Like,
he
throws that like
kick
a lot. Michael Chandler. It's what he knocked Tony Ferguson out with.
Oh yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh yeah. So when I was like 18, I was going to go to like London Drum School, which is like the most prestigious drum school in like the world. And I was like, if I get in, I had like an interview and stuff, and I was like, if I get in, I'm going to get a massive drum kit tattooed on my back, like unbelievably big. And in my head, it was like almost like Mr. Cartoon style. Yeah. Like, and I was like, that. I
feel like I can picture it. Yeah.
Like very, very 2000s.
Yeah.
Like a Sublime album cover, and I was like, that's going to be the one. I didn't get in.
Yeah.
Almost glad, because despite the road to fame and fortune from playing drums, I'd have that fucking awful tech.
Yeah, you'd have to really have gone full send with that. Like the drumming, wouldn't you?
So now I've got less money but a better back toe.
I don't remember this either. He is doing all right, Chandler. Really.
Yeah, them elbows hurt.
Oh fucking hell, yeah. He's good at grappling, Paddy, isn't he? Like.
He's unbelievably good.
Especially considering, I know it doesn't mean anything, but he's English.
Yeah.
Like, where's he got that base?
So he's an example, I think, of what we're going to see more and more of now, because he's one of the few that started training Jiu Jitsu when he was a really young kid. And, like, fair play to him, he stayed at Next Generation, like, Liverpool.
Yeah.
For his entire career, but that's where he started Jiu Jitsu, I think. But, like, so it's just, like, in his bones, you know, he's a level of black belt now that I will probably never attain, if that makes sense, because he's, like, it's just, like, he tore up, like, the comp scene, what was a comp scene back in the day as a kid.
How old is he?
27. Young. Like,
fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we'll see more and more of it from everyone, because it's happening in the US.
People are getting younger and stuff as well.
Yeah. But it's almost like a Brazilian level of grappling, because they start when they're young as fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like all this, like, you know, when he didn't feel right with the submission there, he just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to smack his head
And the
in.
way he stepped round to the back there when Chandler was, like, escaping, you almost, like, can't teach that just happens from years.
Is Chandler, like, from a grappling background?
Yes, in that his wrestling is unbelievably strong, which leads to, like, being good in a scramble. It's like MMA grappling. Almost like Harry and George start, like, different, because Harry and George are unbelievably technical, but also, like, usually people like that are a nightmare to hold down, because
just don't let the
whole game is based on them like not being on the back.
He doesn't have a good time with it, Chandler, really. I feel like I've only ever seen him in this position with the fucking... what's it called? Body triangle.
It's funny, though, because even, like, his fight with Charles Oliveira, like, he was so close to, like, knocking him out in the first round. Some refs would have stopped it. But, like, people forget that, because they just go, he lost to Charles Oliveira, he lost to so-and-so, and you're like... in his fights, they're often, like the first round of this.
Yeah, like, there's a moment where you're like, oh, he's doing it. Yeah.
But then... I think he's like 2-4 in the UFC.
Is he?
Yeah. Poirier beat him, Gaethje beat him, Charles Oliveira beat him. Obviously Paddy after this beat him.
Who's he beat since he's been in the UFC?
I literally read this earlier. Tony Ferguson and Dan Hooker.
Oh, did he beat Dan Hooker? That's a surprising one, isn't it? Because he's fucking solid.
I think that was his first fight in the UFC.
Right. How did he win?
TKO, I guess.
Oh, right, shit.
I can't see him decisioning anyone, to be fair.
Fucking hell, look at that significant strikes. 53-9.
And if you think about the control that Chandler's had in the first and second round there of like that body lock and holding on to it.
Yeah. That must be fucking knackering, mustn't it? Couldn't be asked doing this for a job, like.
I couldn't do one round.
No.
I struggle to do a jiu-jitsu competition. But like...
Oh, yeah. I'm never going to fucking do that.
Yeah, and I'm on about, like, jigsaw mats in a community centre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not there. The adrenaline dump you must get from walking out would be insane.
Oh, yeah. Like, one time when someone from John's was having like an amateur MMA fight, I, like, partaked in he was doing Shark Tank rounds.
Yeah.
I did, like, one round, and it was, like, the dude's, like, 11th round or something, and I think I had to start in side control in my favour and just do, like, 2 minutes in side control. I was fucking knackered. I was gassed.
Yeah.
Off, like, being in a dominant position in, like, the 11th round or something. I was like, I can't do this.
That was the one thing I found back a long time ago at MFA, doing, like, MMA sparring, was that, like, the hardest part, that's the one in it.
Oh, blood straight away, yeah.
It was so well timed.
What are you saying? Sorry, the hardest part.
So, like, a lot of times I'd be like, I know what to do here and I know I should sprawl or block this punch or whatever, but I was like, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm just not going to.
Like, this person, whoever it was, I mean, if they were a worse skill level than me but had better cardio, they would effectively beat me.
Yeah. I was flinging them all over the spot here and
yeah, it's meant that takedown. And it was nice for him to get that on Chandler, I think.
Yeah,
after,
for sure.
There's a moment coming up now where Chandler looks him dead in the eyes.
Mate, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Moment, and then proceeds to get punched.
It's like violent, isn't it? This finish.
That look where Paddy's got him like pinned up is like, it kind of sums up what were always like my fears of MMA, where like you're just getting mercilessly beat. You know what I mean? Sometimes you watch fights and you go, I could do that fight.
Yeah,
because it's like a technical battle.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But like
this.
Yeah. It was that and getting, I always was like really scared of getting kneed in the face in the clinch because I just thought that it would kill me.
Yeah, fuck that. These sort of fights are the ones that like, you know, like congressmen in America reference to stop it being legal.
Yeah, like look at the blood pouring out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my dad used to talk to me about MMA, because like when Conor McGregor first popped up was when MMA appeared in my dad's brain.
Yeah.
And he was like, they just fucking go in a cage and beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah,
and I was pretty much. I can't really word it any differently, Dad.
I think the cage makes it primitive, doesn't it? You know, like the word that it's a cage.
Like
when you see it, it's not really a cage, is it? You know what I mean? But when you say like...
Back in the day, it was like, you'd hear people say like, oh, he's a cage fighter.
Yeah.
My dad literally still calls it cage fighting.
Yeah.
Not cage fighting. Otherwise, he's not from the Yorkshire.
He is now.
He's just pissing blood, isn't he? Do you reckon that's it for Chandler?
Nah, he'll get fed like a lower ranked opponent if he wants, because he's always exciting.
Oh, look at that.
This here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a better camera shot of it where he
literally looks up at him like he's like,
there.
Please don't.
Yeah, that's it.
Stop this.
Yeah. Just on top of me, beating fuck out of me.
Looked him in the eyes.
Yeah, when he was it Poirier fought when he spat blood in his face.
Yeah.
Oh, them fucking elbows, man! They're just going straight through that guard. Yeah. He just landed like 6 in a row.
Hands were like that. And block these elbows coming straight down the middle like this.
I'd love it. I feel like the subtitles here say like inaudible scouse. Yeah. You know, and he's walking around screaming stuff. Yeah, but when he fought Poirier and all that blood was coming out and that, it was like he was bleeding, but he didn't care. He was kind of like going with it. Yeah. But on that, you could tell he was like dying.
Yeah,
so he was just like, oh, no.
Someone stop this.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny because like that moment, like when there's like the celebrity of people, and you think about like Paddy or like Conor or whoever it is, you almost forget that they could beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And you kind of like see that and you go, oh yeah, if I got in an argument with Paddy in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Like, I've got no chance.
Yeah, it'd be like murder.
Yeah. What I found really funny about this entire card was that, like, when people, you know, obviously naturally when people win, they jump on the cage, and then sometimes they like jump off. Watching Trump's bodyguards panic.
Oh shit!
Because people would climb on the cage and then go to jump off.
Oh, what, he's here?
Yeah.
Right.
They'd go to like, I don't know, they'd want to shake his hand or whatever.
Yeah.
And there'd be like the usual.
But now he's the president. So it's got like.
There's the usual
fucking
like
Secret Service and that.
Exactly, yeah. UFC security, and then like there's I can't remember what fight.
The lizard people.
Yeah, a guy goes to do it, and you see this giant just appear, and he's like, within a split second, he like looks at Trump, looks at the security, and looks at the guy on there, and they're all basically like, don't intervene.
Yeah.
Don't shoot him live.
Yeah.
Basically,
with
like,
his fucking eyes blinking sideways. and that.
Yeah. It's mental, and he's
look at that dude at the front there. I wonder who he is. That
Beardy.
old guy with the beard. He looks important, doesn't he?
Dragon Ball Z, what's he called?
Master Roshi.
Yeah. I'm glad I'd never get that name right, so.
I've got a little figure of him downstairs, that's why.
Not surprised. I've got a little Rolodex.
Yeah. Did you call anyone out here?
Charles Oliveira.
Oh, what Paddy does. Big call out that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight, like.
Yeah, it'd be mint. And it'd be really good to see that, like, grappling that we're talking about, like, what level it's on. Cause
yeah, for sure. Bruce Buffer, look at him, man. He don't give a fuck, does he? Have you seen that video of him stretching before he goes on, where he's like, got his leg? I love that. What's he doing, man?
It's mad how Paddy's not got a scratch on him at all, like.
I know.
Yeah.
Fresh out the warm-up.
He got, like, not, like, beat up a bit, but he got, like, flung about a bit,
punches.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Inaudible scouse. How tall do you reckon Joe Rogan is?
It's got to be like 5'2".
Yeah, I think so, mate.
He's wearing Cuban heels there.
Yeah, and those wedges. That
Yeah.
So I saw that photo of him and fucking Ilya Tapura.
Yeah.
And they're like the same height, or Volk it might have been actually.
Yeah.
And Volk's like got no shoes on.
Yeah.
And he's like the
Volk's
same height as him.
Yeah.
Obviously it doesn't matter, but I think it matters to Joe Rogan how tall he is. So
Yeah.
I like that. You know, like...
Yeah.
This is the guy I always think of when I see Joe Rogan.
Who's that?
It's that Doctor Who character.
Oh, no, yeah.
Show the people watching at home.
Yeah.
I've never seen that image in my life.
Oh, no, same. That is fuck that. Doctor Who?
Yeah. Oh my
God.
Yeah. Well, funny.
But yeah, I think a genuine possibility is that if Bilal Muhammad loses the title, then Islam Makhachev will fight for the welterweight belt. He won't fight Bilal because they're mates.
Oh, there.
So if he loses, then Islam Makhachev fights for the welterweight because that's what he's been talking about. He says he's kind of cleared out the division, which is true.
Yeah.
So then you do Paddy versus Ilya Tapuria for the lightweight belt.
Whoa.
Be fucking
That'd be
mint
a bang of that.
because
they've got beef, haven't they?
Yeah. And it would
Was
just
that
be
start?
fucking.
How did that start? Was that at a press, like when they were both fighting someone else and they started arguing at a press conference or something? Yeah.
They were different weight class then, obviously.
Right.
But Paddy was like, "I'll come down to 145 and beat fuck out, yeah."
Oh, but Ilya's just moved up, has he?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. To this one. Yeah.
Yeah, he vacated the featherweight, which is why Volkanovski and Diego Lopez fought.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Um,
That was a fucking rager and all, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. It was hard watching it though, because I like, what's he called, Diego thingy. I like him, but I wanted Volk to win.
Yeah, same.
But
Yeah.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think Chandler, unfortunately, would have been better being around in the like Chuck Liddell days.
Yeah, same.
You know, like he'd have been like the top guy. Then.
Yeah, I can feel like that's when he was kind of like in his, probably a bit later, but in his prime in Bellator. Like,
right,
he should have jumped over to the UFC then.
So what weight class is this?
Lightweight.
155. Who was in the UFC like back then at lightweight? Was that George St. Pierre's?
No, he's welterweight. It'll have been like early Conor, pre-Khabib time.
Yeah, I can't think who was in that fucking weight
like
class.
Anthony Pettis and Benson Henderson.
Right, okay. Yeah, that era.
So Chandler was right in the mix there.
It'd have been like competitive. I mean, he's competitive now, isn't he? But he's like
Yeah.
on the lower end of competitive sort of thing.
He could have won the title.
Yeah, definitely. You know that like Just Bleed era? Then as well, he'd have fucking been like the absolute boyo then. Because he does that thing, doesn't he, where like he gets hit and he just drops his guard and he just walks towards him and he's like, right, let's fucking go.
Yeah, you can't do that now.
No, you can't, can you? But because I went back and I watched like, I don't know what fight it was. It might have been
Sure, that was Nathan Stevenson. You remember Nathan, the sound guy?
From where?
From like Borough.
What?
The old guy that used to do, still does the sound at every gig ever.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
It wasn't him, but like it was
Could
the
have
spitting
been.
image. I mean, it might have been. He just.
I wonder how much was that Shaq?
Yeah.
I wonder how much he weighs. He should just get in there just for one. I don't think he could he? 265. I don't think he'd.
See the memes about Colby and this girl, by the way.
No.
Like so many, like check her ID.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She looks about 12, to be fair.
Turns out she was married to she divorced an NFL.
Oh no way.
Player.
He does married in like Colby. Oh yeah, that boo. With his look at
Elon with his fucking
with his personal bodyguard.
Where's his kid come from though?
Yeah,
there's fucking RFK.
That's Grimes.
I know it's his real kid, innit?
It's Grimes. You remember? Grimes, the rapper.
Yeah.
That's the kid that he had with her.
Right.
Which is the oddest pairing of people.
Yeah, they've got proper beef and all, haven't they?
Yeah, I hate each other now. Yeah.
I think they're splitting up is what set Elon Musk off on this like
tirade of
just this
weirdness
thing. Whatever's happening now with him because he's going through something. Isn't he?
He's on it.
So on that Kill Tony, I mean, you mentioned it there when he's like the impressionists, like, I bring my child everywhere because he's basically like my bulletproof vest.
A meat shield.
Yeah.
No one's gonna shoot me because I've got a child.
It like happened exactly when that CEO got his fucking brains blown out by that.
So now he walks
guy.
around with his kid on his shoulders.
Like in one of those. Yeah, his kid's like 12, but he's got him in one of those like front baby straps. It's like, father, I must walk.
You shoot me, you shoot my kids.
It's got like 14 kids or something. Yeah. He just like
fucking hell.
Grimes seems like it was his only relationship, but then like
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Since then, it's just started pumping. Like, but I feel like he was going to women being like, I'm like almost like a monarch used to. Like Henry VIII would be like, I want to sire
harbour my seed.
I want to sire a child.
Fucking hell. Maybe he's like getting like a group of like 90 and that's who he's taking to Mars to like repopulate just his own little fucked up weird little kids.
13 Elons. Imagine. It's a nightmare that.
They're all called like X296.
Yeah.
And that.
And when we're nearly...
There's that one, isn't there? It's got like... It's called like...
It's like the A symbol.
Yeah, is that one?
X12, yeah, I think so.
The robot.
Yeah, it's XAE-A-X2 Musk. It's basically named after a microwave by the looks of it.
It's a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
That must be hard work, that, isn't it?
It's not my joke.
They've done that to like...
Exadarch Sidereal Musk.
Remember he was going to fight Zuckerberg?
That would have been unbelievable.
I wish that happened, because like...
I feel like Zuckerberg would have...
Zuckerberg walloped.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's why it's not happened.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't Elon's like mum be like... I'm sure she chimed up and she was like, no, I'm not letting him do that. I'm sure I saw that.
The UFC were in talks with the Coliseum to put it on there. Like, serious negotiations. Like, let's make the 2 richest men in the world. If that happened, I'd be like, I'm fairly convinced anyway, but living in the simulation.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
definitely.
That only happens in video games.
It's like literally celebrity deathmatch. Like, that's like actually...
Mate, I forgot about celebrity deathmatch. That was so good.
You could do that now. Not to the death.
But
in this day and age. Yeah.
Some of the death matches.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, I'd like it.
I feel like a Black Mirror episode, to be fair.
Who else did? Elon Musk, didn't he challenge Putin to... Didn't he post a thing saying, I challenge him to single combat for like to decide the Ukraine war or something like that?
So, that's a terrible idea. Like,
Putin
can actually fight.
Yeah, but he's also going to fucking like sting you with a little poison. You'll get poisoned like a day before you fight him or something.
Sand in your eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was 2022.
But what I found weird about that is like, obviously, this is like since him and Trump went into like partnership together. But Trump's like clearly on like the Russian side of it. But then Elon Musk was like offering to fight for like Ukraine's behalf, which is, I found weird.
Musk's behaviour's done a complete U-turn on shit like that over the past like 5 years or whatever. Because back in the day he was like, I'll fight Putin, and now it's like, no, he's my friend.
Yeah, it's a weird one, that, isn't it? But didn't he do? Yeah, I think Putin was like isn't he like a fucking judo?
He's a savage, yeah.
He's judo black belt, isn't he?
And there's compilations on YouTube of people like turning down like a glass of water off Putin.
Oh, really?
Like Chinese politicians and stuff, or like
I
like
think I've seen
where
that.
Like,
there's that one where did he go and meet with the North Korean guy, and they both got offered like a shot, like a beer or something, and they both kind of look at each other and just like going like, will if you will, and then
You go first.
Must be hard work at like just not being able to fucking trust anyone in case you're getting poisoned. And it's his own fault because he poisoned so many. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get poisoned once you wear this, aren't I? It's just gonna.
I think I might. Yeah, fucking hell. Elon's coming for me. He'll probably shut me down.
Yeah, because when Elon and Zuckerberg were gonna fight, I think like it got stopped when it turned out Zuckerberg's been training with like Volkanovski and that for like 2 years or something.
Because Elon was like, I'm just a big giant fridge. But then turns out Mark Zuckerberg's actually a bit of some...
Yeah, like Elon's just been like nurturing his like core.
Yeah. He's like fucking, what's the guy called from June? Baron.
Yeah.
I just went
Harkonnen. Harkonnen.
Yeah. Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harkonnen.
I was thinking he's more like, what's his name out of Star Wars? What's that big fridge called?
Yeah, and he's got his top off, and he's just the widest man you've ever seen.
Wardrobe, innit?
Yeah, it was off at that. Wow. It's weird, June, though, because like the bad guy's called fucking Baron Harkonnen, and they're all called like mad stuff, and then the main guy's just called Paul.
Paul the Tree. Yeah.
But he's a Harkonnen as well, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I read the other day that Denis Villeneuve's not directing Dune 3.
I didn't see that.
Ah, that's bad.
I feel like I only saw it on like it wasn't a legitimate source, I think.
Okay.
But I read it and I believe it, so I'm going to tell the world now.
Facebook.
But it was like basically like.
I'll Google it now.
Yeah, please do.
Producer it. Carry on.
I haven't actually seen June 2 yet.
Oh, it's good. It's better than June 1.
I like June 1 that much that when it finished, I was like crying a bit. Because it felt like, to me...
Sorry for laughing.
No. It was like, it was a good cry. It was like, I felt like Lord of the Rings was the last time I'd get that feeling off a film.
I see what you mean.
And like, I was literally, it finished and I was like, oh, we're back.
3 was better. We all went to see it, didn't we?
2.
Yeah. And then we just all kept screaming the theme tune on the way out.
Yeah.
Like kids when you go and see Star Wars.
And doing the sand dance.
Yeah. Have you seen that fucking Eddie Hall's fighting Mariusz Pudzianowski?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because like, that's his first fight, but Pudzianowski's been like scrapping, hasn't he?
Yeah. Eddie Hall's had like
that joke one with the fucking little dudes.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. That when he fought them 2 guys, I didn't know it was happening or anything, and I just went on the internet one day and there was all these fucking videos where he launches one into the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, I couldn't breathe from laughing. It was like, I don't know. Again, celebrity deathmatch. It was like something you don't see in real life.
Yeah. Eddie Hall's a funny one because I was thinking about this when I was chatting earlier about how Strom, Rick, who owns Strom, is good friends with Eddie Hall, and he's like really into Jiu Jitsu now. Rick from Strom, and then I look at Eddie Hall, and then I thought about Jiu Jitsu, and then I was like, I'd lose in a fight against Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
I've been training for 10 years.
Yeah.
But he's just a giant human. Like, I'm not going to... I'm never going to be able to, like, tap a limb.
Yeah,
because the too strong.
He'll be able to just, like...
Yeah.
Like the Derek Lewis thing, he'll just stand up.
And if I got on his back, all he has to do is jump backwards.
Yeah, and you're squished.
And I'm dead. Like,
because it's under his neck as well, though.
Yeah, for sure.
No chance.
No way.
Yeah, his neck's going to be so strong that, like...
I
want to fight Eddie Hall.
No.
At all.
God, no chance.
Nobody put that out in the world.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
But yeah, then you kind of go, why am I bothering? Not the be all and all.
I said that it was like quite a similar but scaled down version of that. I was talking to like the dude that I used to have as like a PT. And he's like absolutely fucking massive.
Yeah.
And it was, I think he was saying like that he's only going to be doing like bodybuilding for so long. And then he would probably do something like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I just said to him, I was like, you'll murder people.
Yeah.
He's like maybe like 6'1", 6'2", and he's absolutely fucking massive, strong as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, it doesn't matter how much I've trained at my size, like I can't grapple with that man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's I think he might have been a blue belt and he might now be a purple belt. But at blue belt, this guy, I can't remember his name, he's now sponsored and doing really well in jiu-jitsu, but like he won like ADCC trials at heavyweight because he's like an ex-world champion powerlifter that got into jiu-jitsu. So it's just that. Like,
that's the story. Yeah, fucking hell.
So like you're never gonna, especially in heavyweight, because obviously heavyweights are strong, but there's a difference, isn't there? Like he can pick you up and move you in ways that you can't pick him up.
Yeah, I never want to quit jiu-jitsu more than when you roll with someone that you've been training so much longer than, and they're just a bigger guy and you can't do anything with them. Which just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
There'll just be some big dude that's like just in construction.
Fucking
staunch as fuck, and you're like, I just can't do anything.
There's a guy that used to train with us, a purple belt, and he was being a scaffolder for like all his life. So his grips, because all he does all day is pick up metal bars and put them in places. His grips were horrific.
Yeah, I bet.
But my brain goes, if like someone beats me like that, I go, I'll probably knock him out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because like there's loads of times that's happened where they'll be like not necessarily like brand new, but like a few sessions in.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, I've been training like maybe like 3-4 years longer than them. You start rolling and you're like, oh, these things aren't working.
Yeah,
These things
yeah,
that
yeah.
I know, they're just not working.
Yeah. There's a lad in our gym that gives me a really hard time that I went to school with. I haven't seen him since school till he walked into the gym. But he's about 6'3", he's in good shape. He has, not giving much away, like he's a prison officer and he was in the army.
Right.
So now, like, so he came in and he was like, oh, I've been training like 8 weeks. So I thought, oh, he's in decent shape, but I'll pagger it.
Yeah, this will be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't. And I was like, fuck me. And he was like, so how long have we been doing this for? And I was like, oh,
Enough.
a while. Yeah. I mean, I still get him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's fucking hard work.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
like the gap will shorten quick as well.
Yes, 6 months time,
yeah.
I'm going to be like, you're too much of a handful.
Just pass the roll. No.
Yeah,
roll,
yeah.
No, I'm not rolling.
Or I start taking loads of steroids.
Yeah.
And not
And
even
those,
lift, just
what
start.
those things we were talking about earlier.
Ephedrine.
Yeah. Stick a load of ephedrine up your ass before you do it, and just be like, right, let's fucking go.
I think I told this story on the podcast before, but I basically got spiked with ephedrine before no-gi a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I've never actually heard of what that is, so.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Google it.
No, it doesn't sound good. Like.
Tom, Google the definition of ephedrine, please, producer.
I've
It's
like
EPHEDRINE.
you know, like there's been
That's the
times
autism,
where
that.
I've gone to Jiu Jitsu after having like an extra coffee that day.
Yeah.
And I've felt shit.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
get
yeah.
there and you're warming up and you're like, why am I so sweaty? And
Yeah.
like I'm cold and sweaty. So I can't imagine what that must have been like.
I was just like, why am I sweating so much? I was like, what is happening?
So it's a central nervous system stimulant and sympathomimetic agent that is often used to prevent low blood pressure during anaesthesia. It's also been used for asthma, narcolepsy and obesity.
It just doesn't sound like anything you should take before you do anything, really, does it?
It is of unclear benefit in nasal congestion, though. So.
Oh, cool.
All right. Yeah,
I have a fair bit of that. I need to get.
So you were fucked, but at least you could breathe through your nose, sort of thing.
Yeah, for the only time in 10 years or whatever. I might start taking it before I go to bed.
Yeah, these I don't know if it's just because Donald Trump's here, but there's a lot more of these like hitman looking guys.
Yeah,
isn't
so
there?
there's the UFC guys, and then there's like. Well, there's always like there's UFC security, and then there's commission people because they're like they need to check.
Look at them, like fucking the Agent 47 looking dudes in the red ties with the badges and that.
Yeah.
Because it's usually like them, and then there's like some police guys, isn't there?
Yeah, who are the athletic commission to
Yeah.
make sure there's no tomfoolery, and then there's Donald
Well,
Trump
it's straight from fucking 1936.
and then there's Trump's Secret Service agents.
Yeah, because that looks way more official than usual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Got the red Republican ties on as well.
God, I bet it's fucking.
that's a good point.
You've been to a UFC event, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it must be fun, like if you're having a few drinks and that.
I had two like very different experiences. So the first one was like normal time in London, and it was like a good time.
Was that the Anderson Silva
Michael
Bisping one or something?
No, it was Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson 2. I think. Maybe I can't. Yeah, no, it might have been Silva. Basically,
Did they fight? Am I making that up?
So they did fight.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you might be right. Actually, it might have been Bisping Silva. Yeah, because then and it was what I find with MMA events. Usually, they're quite chavvy.
Yeah.
And the crowds are rowdy. In the UK, this is, but you're going to watch people fight in a cage. Like there's always that element like to it, no matter how mainstream the UFC gets, especially in the regular seats.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of people that go, which is fine. You get involved. With the Manchester one that I went to, they did the thing where because it was Bisping Hendo 2, it was a pay-per-view for the title.
Right.
Which meant the card started at 10:30 at night and finished at 5 in the
like
morning.
they did with was it Aspinall and
Yes.
someone?
Yeah. It was chaos.
Yeah,
so
I bet.
in an arena in Manchester.
Yeah, which is already chaos.
Yeah, Manchester's a place like I used to joke about I used to go to Manchester a lot for nights out, and there was a streak of like 10 times where every time I went out in Manchester I saw like at least one fight.
Yeah.
And like mental fight. I seen one of the guys from Skins threaten to stab someone before on like Christmas. On Black Friday, on Christmas, it was mad. But then, so it was an arena, so there's no pass out, so you can't go outside because of the time. So
right, okay.
So everybody that wanted to smoke, basically there was an unwritten rule that the toilets were the smoking area.
Right.
So when you went for a piss, it was like people going for a piss, people just standing around smoking.
Yeah.
People just doing coke.
Yeah, and it's probably not like the best toilet situation anyway, even just for pissing.
Yeah. People just literally doing like keys out in the open. And then police and security in there to make sure it doesn't kick off.
Yeah.
But kind of just accepting that it was just this microcosm of like illegal
So
activity.
they were kind of just allowing it because it was going to kick off if they stop it.
Yeah, if you tell people they can't smoke, I mean, you can tell people they can't do drugs, but like then they go, well, where can I smoke? Like, so it was just this weird, like every time I went for a piss, I had to be like, right, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be chaos. Yeah. Because everybody had to stay up till 5 a.m. How do you do that in the UK? You take those drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
And then leaving at like 5:30 a.m. and trying to get a taxi, like, mate, it was horrendous.
Yeah, when everyone's trying to get a fucking taxi and everyone's... Yeah, that's a nightmare, that.
Which is hard at 11 o'clock at night, but it's infinitely harder at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for sure. How far away were you staying?
Like 20 minutes. We were staying at my friend's house.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was fucked.
Yeah, that'd completely ruin it for me, like, because I pretty much can't function after, like, midnight. I'm, like, midnight at most, really.
Yeah.
Without drugs.
Yeah. I'm now, like, with UFC fights, because I'm old and a snob, I'm like, I'm either going with press or my brand does well enough
that you like
that I can sit there with a big repat on,
just you and fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah. And I'll bring my child as my
2 meat shields.
And all the Trump's Secret Service agents around
me. Fucking hell. I don't think I'll ever go to one. I've been to like the closest I've got to experience it is like going to like a Cage Warriors and like kind of like low end ones. We went to just when you said they kind of like lean on being like chavvy and that. We went to watch Benny have a Thai boxing fight, and it was like a full Thai boxing event. And for some reason Jill was like, "Oh, I'll come," and there was a point where she like looked at me and she was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen." It was like everyone smelt like deep heat, because it was a Thai boxing event. They play that mad music, and everyone's fighting. Everyone was annihilated. It was like entirely just full of chavs. The only thing that you could eat there was like like Thai green curry. Right. So it fucking stunk of like curry, deep heat, sweat, and like aftershave. And there's like me and Jill sat there like just looking how we do. Obviously I've been to loads of them and stuff, but Jill was just like, this is the overstimulating the fuck. But I think I'd have to pay like 10 grand. I could be like, will you come to this fight with me next time? Like if it was ever happening again.
I found with local shows, there's like maybe 3 people that look like us 3. Yeah. And then there's people in suits, which is like a weird thing from boxing, like where people dress the nicest
strange
for combat
sports.
Or tracksuits.
Yeah.
And there's like no middle ground. It's really, and the girls get like
full doll, don't they?
Yeah. It's so strange.
It's weird. I'm like,
yeah.
I kind of just dress like this because I'm like, it couldn't be less of a smart event in my head.
Yeah.
It's like going to a gig. I'm just going to wear t-shirt and jeans and that because it's going to be mangy.
I feel like it's people that don't often go to events.
Or
so
do
they
things
don't
in
know
general.
what to
wear.
Like
it's because you see them, they'll have like a table. Those like tables you get cage side. Yeah. Where you can get a bottle of fucking Grey Goose and that.
It's funny you say that about Jill because Lottie, I've lost count of the amount of MMA events I've went to with Lottie because she just like loves it.
I think the exact words were, "This is the straightest event I've ever been to." I think she said. I think that was the exact phrase actually, not the worst.
That's
I think it was
such
straightest.
a good way to sum it up. Yeah, there's zero like variation.
Because just on back to that UFC being on late, I went to one at that TFM Soundworks in Borough where Dougie was headlining it once years ago. Yeah. And the earlier fights, some of them went to decision, some of them went a bit over and stuff like that. And I think he ended up fighting at like 1 o'clock.
He fought dead late.
And I was like on it. I was like getting wrecked and I was like, fucking hell, like I'm tired. And then you think, fuck, he has to fight.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think he won that actually.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But yeah, I almost appreciate more sometimes going to Cage Warriors, especially when you know someone that's fighting, like if Harry or Leon or George or anyone are fighting. Because you're like, the tickets aren't very expensive. Wherever you sit, you get a good view.
Yeah.
And the fights are always good because they're scrappy. They're either completely mismatched.
Yeah.
Or if they're not mismatched, they've both still got something to prove because they're generally quite young. So it's like, so you get, like, the entertainment value is good.
I prefer Cage Warriors so much more than UFC for that exact reason. Like, you get high level fights, but then you also get like just two dudes that are fucking like trembling to like
yeah. First pro MMA fight.
It's fucking sick. And on about the price though, it goes the other way if you go even earlier. You know, like if you want to go to like a proper amateur event, they're like, oh yeah, the tickets are fucking £55.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, have you found that? Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll just go because it'll be fun, and then you go to buy a ticket.
I think it'll
be
like, 20 quid.
Yeah, it's like 40, 50 quid. You're like, who's that going to? Because it's amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this money going?
I mean, how much was UFC when you went?
So it's wildly different now. It was like, we paid 110 quid for our tickets and they were good seats.
That's sweet.
I checked for the London fight night and for the same seats, it was about 550 quid.
Right.
It was, I wish it blew my mind. I went on a big rant.
Is that the
about it.
Leon Edwards?
Yeah.
And who did he fight? Bilal?
No, it was the one after that. His opponent changed last minute. It was Sean Brady.
Oh, shit, yeah. That
was in like March.
Yeah, that was the same weekend where George and I were fighting, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
That weekend nearly made me stop watching MMA. I was like, I can't, it's too much. Everything went wrong, I thought. Harry won, which was great, but the way he won and seeing that he was disappointed how he won. Obviously, George lost, and then the next day after we had the UFC, and I think like every single fucking English MMA fighter like lost, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm over.
I came really close to pulling the trigger on going to both.
That'd have been bad, that
yeah, we were chatting in group chat actually, like the day after. I think it was on the Sunday, and I was like, I'm pretty glad I didn't go.
Yeah, for sure. And this UFC jigged my, because everything went well.
Yeah.
I watched it. I thought, right, I'd already cancelled my fucking the TNT Sports or whatever. Yeah. I was just because I just buy that when there's a good event on.
Yeah.
Cancel it. So I was just going to let it trail off, and I was like, right, I'm done. I'll just check Reddit for the results.
Yeah.
And just be a casual. And then I watched this event, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. This pay-per-view top to bottom was like good. Yeah.
I didn't actually care who won this Volk and Lopez fight. I wanted Volk to win just because it was like he's Volk, but I was kind of like, I don't know, like Lopez seems like a good dude as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if Lopez won. I was glad for Volk.
Same in a age sense as well, because like when you talk about the fact that he's 35 in sport, they make it sound like you're nearly dead.
Yeah.
When you're like over 30.
Yeah.
And like I've just turned 35, so when you're hearing someone go like, oh, he's past it because he's 35, you're just like.
Yeah. Well, I said until this fight, nobody under 35 in the lighter weight classes has managed to win a championship title.
Okay.
So they were like, yeah, statistics are against him. Obviously, he got the job done and won.
I saw a thing where he broke a load of curses.
Yeah.
Like Drake had bet on
curse,
him.
Yeah.
UFC front cover maybe of a game.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because the last one was Pereira, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He took on a load of curses and he lost quite badly. That Drake curse is quite funny though.
Yeah, it's minting it.
I mean, it's been broken out, but I think it was on 100% success rate. Like if Drake bets on you, you've lost it.
Fucking mental.
More so just because of all the stuff going on with Drake, really.
Yeah.
It's only funny because of he's like a meme at this point, and he's
just tainted. Everything to do with him's tainted, isn't it?
Yeah, he's horrible. Sound? This has been the Secret Shaka.
Yeah, man. Is that what it's called? Right. Yeah, I didn't know. Not that I should have been introducing it.
It's all right. It's funny because RBTV's in my head because of the last. I'm on that YouTube channel at the minute, and it keeps popping up the thumbnail. The last podcast that I did was me and you.
No way.
In the old tattoo shop. Yeah. So I was like, I'm sitting down with Curtis to do a podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, welcome to RBTV.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Right, yeah. I think I introduced that one as well, didn't I?
You did a mint intro on that one. Yeah. It was class.
And then I accidentally on this one because I just started talking.
Sick. Nice one. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, it was good that. Just whenever you want me on, I'll jump back on because it's quite fun just watching them, just talking shit and watching them.
Watch a bit of fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, mint. Happy days.